Hello guys, it's your boy Ziano Mega X here for part 2 of What If Deku was the Elemental Master of Fire. Okay, let's get into it. So basically, where we left off is that, sorry, I'm really tired right now. Deku just finished the fight with All Might, the Bakugers, Todorikis, and his twin sister, and he's been given a provisional hero license, and currently it's been 5 months after that. See Deku now standing at the gate of UA, ready to go in. And yeah, I'm just gonna skip over like the written portion because like Deku's like he's pretty smart, like he's smart, like he's kept his grades up, like he's been studying, you know what I'm saying? Like he's smart, you know what I'm saying? He's smart. So yeah, and yeah, you see he's smart, yeah, smart. Anyway, so after that, yeah, we got the practical portion. So then Deku starts walking over to the front, and Ida tries to stop, bro. I don't really like this scene, but I'll just say everything that still happens in canon, except Deku isn't like super nervous, like he isn't overly nervous. Anyway, so then after that, before anyone says anything, after like that exchange between Ida and Deku, like Deku just runs in, equips Bitter Blade, and just like starts slicing down all the robots. Like he just starts slicing them down. Then once he's got accumulated enough points, he just sits on top of a roof and waits. Then soon he has the 0-pointer, and then he sees Araka stuck under some rubble. So then he dashes over and kicks the rubble off of her using Blaze Kick. And then he then proceeds to, I don't know, similar to in canon, he punches the 0-pointer but he uses Fire Punch. So yeah, then we obviously got like the test over recovery girl coming over to heal everyone. And then Deku just leaves. Yeah, he gets his acceptance letter, and it'd be quite scary to imagine if All Might was the one who appeared on screen, because I can see like if All Might appeared on screen, Deku would just throw the thing up into the air and slice it like immediately, bro. Like bro would like slice that like clean cut, bro. Like clean cut. Yeah, anyways, so then he starts going into UA, and then Ida still does his stuff, like Ida and Bakugo, or rather the Bakugos just start arguing, and they're like, then Ida comes over to apologize, and yada yada, and then Aizawa says, Pete, these are, meet me outside, and then Deku's the first one to arrive there, and yeah, the quick assessment, this goes as usual. And for the both reasons, got the highest score in the entrance exam. I can see Deku using I'm actually not sure because like I can see Deku using Parable, but like reducing the heat to make it like cold so the ball doesn't burn up, and then like he kicks it into orbit and get an infinity. Side to side steps. I don't know. He uses sizzly slides. They really made this a mouthful. Sizzly slides. Grip test. Grip strength test. Grip strength test. I don't know. I didn't see him doing anything for the grip strength test. 50-meter dash. Flame charge, flame meal, real blitz. Long jump, standing long jump. Don't know, sizzly slide again. Yeah, and then basically he gets like first place, and then yeah, and then Aizawa says it was like a logical ruse, and then yeah, and then that's over, and then like so yeah, then we go to the battle trials, and when All Might comes in and says, "I'm coming to be the door like a normal person," like that gets pissed, bro. Like he can see like this man's pissed, bro. Like bro was like not having it, bro. Like you can see bro like beginning to accidentally start melting his desk. Like his muscles are tensing up, and like you can see that type of fire in his eyes, like hatred, bro. Like he does not like All Might. Like if he would like, like that injury. Bro would say, "I'm gonna make sure you don't have a stomach at all." Anyway, so his hero suit. I can't really remember what I described it as last time, but think like yeah. Let me do this. It's really handy to be recording on your phone. He's fused armor and cerulege. Yep. Because I don't want to find something like too overly, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. Whichever one I find that I use. Credits to the artist, because like these all look like pretty good. Oh yeah, so basically he could have a cannon on one arm. Who made this? I can't tell. I'm sorry, but credits whoever made this. This looks sick. Awesome in the fire. So yeah. So they have the cannon on one arm, sword on the other, like, and they're retractable. Okay, they're retractable. Like, yeah, he'd have like the boots and the armor and the wisp coming. Basically, all of this actually. And no, I will not be adding green. Because, like, while green fire is nice, like, it doesn't always have to be green flames. So, yeah. Then, okay. So, I'll just get back to this. Yeah, everyone says, like, hero costumes dope, Midoriya. Like, that's cool. Like, that's fire, fam. Yeah, anyways, so then, yeah, they do the battle tries, and Deku gets paired up with... Who should I pair him up? He's definitely gonna fight against Bakugo. I'll say that Bakugo and Todoroki are teamed up. And then it's Deku and... I'm not sure actually. Wait, no. I'll just see that Deku just says, "I wanna go in alone." All Might tries to protest, but then the stare Deku gives him, it's like he's staring into your soul. You know you're cooked after that. So yeah, like he doesn't protest any further, and yeah, they do that. So then Deku, so then like the siblings, Baku, Katsumi and Katsuki, yeah, they try to jump, bro, but like it does not work. Like them explosions ain't doing a thing. Like Deku's just standing there tanking it like a Chad, bro. Like bro's just tanking it like a Chad. He's tanking all of them. And then he uses Raging Fury. And then like knocks both of them out and then gets the one, and then yeah. Class brethren stuff still happens, but then Deku gives the role to Ida. And then Meme is vice president, yeah. Then anyway, skip to the USJ. We skip to the USJ, and since all phones keeping tabs on, bro, like they're gonna send, like, I think the Nomu that they're gonna send, okay, because Orphan wants to test deku, but he also wants to try and take out All Might out of the process. So then, knowing that Deku is probably surpassing the level of All Might, he then proceeds to send like a high-end Nomu. And high-end Nomu. Like this high-end Nomu would be like stronger than the one Endeavor faced. So yeah. And Deku has like faced it on the Zoom. So then like they're in the US, they're going to the USJ. And so it's gonna be 13 Aizawa. Yeah, last part I do remember that in the last part I said that Aizawa has a metal manipulation quirk. Like he has 2 quirks. I don't know why, but I just felt like giving him a metal manipulation quirk, because then I thought, oh yeah, doing like a searing sunray smash. Yeah, and that, like, I thought that would be cool. So then I just gave him metal manipulation because I wanted to. Yeah, anyways, so then as I was like, get behind this, everyone get behind 13 and Midoriya, you're with me. And then yeah, they start taking out the villains. And then the Nomu comes in, and then like Aizawa fares better because Ami has like an offensive quirk. So then like, yeah, but like this Nomu is like way too much for him. Like gonna this last ditch effort, Aizawa gets a quirk awakening. Yeah, I'm just saying he awakens his metal manipulation quirk and his erasure quirk. Yeah, he gets a quirk awakening or quirk evolution, and then so that his quirk erasure becomes like a null field. Like it turns off the quirks of anyone. Turns off the quirk of multiple people that he doesn't have to look at. So he doesn't have to look at, like, he doesn't have to look at you, and like your quirk will be turned off. And then metal manipulation is that he can like make his skin like steel. So think of that color from Ninjago, that he sort of like becomes that, but it's not an elemental power. This aids him with like, it also gives a bit of a strength enhancement since you're like literally steel right now. So like you're basically titanium or something. So then he, in the last ditch effort, takes the, like, you know the ship in the flood zone in the USJ, takes that, swings that under Nomu, coming down with a crashing punch. And that still isn't enough. The Nomu just regenerates from that, bro. Yeah, and he starts like stomping on, like destroys this man. Like bro is getting cooked, way more cooked than in the original. Like the Nomu breaks both his arms, both his legs, so he cannot move. And like the Nomu is like way too big for bro, so like he's not handling all that. So then Deku comes in. Like he's pissed, bro. Like he's pissed. Like you, like talk, like doing that to his uncle. Like he was not about to allow that. Like, bro wasn't allowing that. He comes in, slashes the Nomu with his sword. Then point blank armor cannon. Boom. Then he starts using Spinjitzu and traps it in a fire spin. Then he comes in, charges up, like he swings his cannon to his chest, and charges up a searing shot like that severs the Nomu in half and bends it so that it cannot regenerate. Like it's just like it can't regenerate, so it's on the floor there. And then using his blade, he uses it with he uses V create and then swings his sword like in a V shape motion and then like burns the enemy. Then Kirigiri and Naruki escape. No, it's Kirigiri and Shigaraki escape. And Nonfon's like, good. Oh, I forgot to say that Deku also has a windfall. Like, I'm giving them so many, like, I've given them so many abilities that, like, I'm starting to forget. Anyways, yeah. So, after that, then we get the UA Sports Festival. So then, yeah, Deku gives this speech and basically inspires like all quirkless people or people who have villainous quirks or are believed to be deemed useless or have weak quirks that they can become a hero. Then everyone starts getting hyped. And then for the thing that Deku rushes out, he uses Spinjitzu into a Rising Dragon. I think I said that last video, right. Last video, I think I did a transformation for Deku. Could have sworn I did a transformation for Deku. If not, he gets it now. So basically, it's gonna be Rising Dragon, yeah. But then, like, it's not that you have to be in Rising Dragon to constantly use it. Deku comes down, and then he kind of like morphs. Like you see the I don't know what it is, but the thing on Excalibur's back. Like, I don't know what that is, but the thing on Excalibur's back. He has that, and that like can unfold into wings. He's got like these glowing red eyes, and his body crackles with green and yellow electricity. He gives us this cold aura, and like you can see kind of like Dragon Claw flickering on and off. Could have sworn I gave him Dragon Claw, but if not, he gets access to Dragon Claw in this form. Okay, so you can't use Dragon Claw outside of this form, but he has it inside this form. And yeah, so then and then he just starts going crazy, and then like he wins the race. And then you get that cavalry battle. I don't really like the cavalry battle. Like, it seems a bit too hard for me. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Because, like, whenever I try to remember it, like, it seems too jumbled up. So, like, I'm just gonna skip it and say that he gets everyone on his team in the original. And, yeah, everyone who passes in the original. And then we get Deku versus Shinzo. And then, like, Shinzo tries to get under Deku's skin, but Deku was not having none of that, bro. Although he does, AJ still wants him, but then he does understand that Shinzo was probably trying to get it under his skin, because like when President Mike announced Shinzo's quirk, bro could have sworn he saw like a few side eyes, bro. Like the side eyes when President Mike said Hitoshi's Shinzo's brainwashing quirk, and then the side eyes broke up. Yeah, so then he wins the Oh, I'm trying to think, because I can't remember all the matches, because the only thing that I remember, because I remember the other matches, but I only focus on Deku's fights, and then like the finals, and I don't know if Deku had any other fights, but I know that his last fight in the sports festival was against Todoroki. Then Todoroki went to face Bakugo. And obviously, seeing as now they have twins, I'm gonna say it twists around and It's still Todoroki versus Deku. So let's do Shoto Todoroki versus Deku. Todoroki tries to blast a wave of ice at him. Like, this man, Todoroki, is cooked. He's like, there's no way he's winning this. Okay? Like, Deku is like practically like, this man could become so broken that I just say, yeah, he gets desolate land now. And that ice it melts into water, then evaporates. I could just say that. That's probably what's gonna happen. And then fire, he just absorbs that. Like, it's not even gonna be a fight, bro. It's Todoroki just trying to spam his ice and fire, and that's not working. Then Deku just comes in and gut checks, bro. Boom. I'm gonna say it's him versus Izumi. And let's see. Him versus Izumi. I can't remember Izumi's quirk. I'm not even gonna lie. I could just when I gave her telekinesis. For the sake of it, I'm just gonna say she just has plain telekinesis. Yeah, she has telekinesis, and that's not really gonna do much now. Because like Deku like breaks the hold of the telekinesis. So like he starts moving so fast that Izumi's telekinesis cannot catch up to him. Waves of like telekinetic force cannot hit him. So like all in all, he's like just blitzing around the battlefield, using spinjitzu, toying with his car. And then like he sort of just, because like he wants to like put this girl in her place. Like mind you, like he hates, like from the bottom of his heart, hates Izumi. So I'm gonna say that hits her with a G-Max fireball. Gonna see if I can find anything here. Huh? So he flies up into the air. Like, if you've seen in Black and White, if in Pokemon Black and White, if you've seen Ash's Oshawott, he's Hydro Pump. Like, you know, he charges it up like, and then like a Kamehameha. I don't know, so it looks similar to a Kamehameha. That's what I imagine every time. And then like that's what he basically does. But instead of like a Kamehameha, it comes like a big, huge flaming fire. Now I've also just realized something as well. That because if you notice that G-Max Cinderace's fireball, it looks sentient. And that's another thing I'm gonna say. Because I've actually had this in mind since part 1, but never got around to it because like sometimes I can forget stuff. Because mind you, like this what if has been in my head for weeks. Okay? And like, you know how like it'd be better to just write it down. I'm not a fan of writing. So I just sometimes type stuff into ChatGPT and get ChatGPT to write out stuff for me. Yeah, anyways. So so I'm gonna say that becomes like a sentient little thing. Because mind you, he knows all of these moves. Like he knows this. Like he knows how to use these moves. Like he just doesn't use them all the time. So then he uses G-Max Fireball and it becomes sentient. A little fireball with a face, with eyes, glowing eyes and a mouth. Yeah, and then he starts like, he flies up into the air. And then Izumi tries like waves and waves of psychic force. But like, Kai here. So this pyrokinesis is like, you can control fire with your mind. For like a brief second, like what you see Kai do here, he separates that, absorbs the telekinetic force, adds that back to his fire, and then swings that sentient little fireball. No, I should give it a name. I'm gonna say that he names him Cinder. Yeah, Cinder. Throws Cinder like as a fireball, and then boom, Izumi is knocked out. And then yeah, so then after that, Meadows, like, and then All Might jumps onto the field, and then you know that it's already on site with Deku. Like, he's already like putting pressure onto this man, All Might. Like, so All Might doesn't talk to Bray, give him a hug. Like, he just puts the medal on and slowly backs away. Because he knows what's good for him. Oh, I forgot to activate One for All again. Like, I'm just going to say that for his internship. Because I'm just going to say that Daku's been accidentally neglecting One for All. Like, not really using it. Because he's so used to using his flames. So then he goes with Gran Torino for his internship. Because, like, I just feel like he could go with Endeavor. Because, like, going with Endeavor, you're like, more suitable. But then you gotta remember one thing. Todoroki's there as well. I mean, he could go with Toya. Because I could have sworn that, like, Toya was good in this one. Because, like, he was, like, Endeavor wasn't trash. Like, Endeavor was not a trash person. I'm just gonna say that Toya's good at this one. But I didn't really, like, go with him. But so he goes with Gran Torino. Also because I don't want either to die. Because, like, you can kind of see why Ida was angry. I mean, like, you can kind of see why Ida's angry. I mean, like, me personally, I might do the same. Like, so I don't want this man to die, bro. Like, because I remember, like, listening to, like, you guys know Zeta, right? One of Zeta's what if Deku was Iron Man? Ida died, bro. Like, Ida died. And I don't want... Because, like, in a few of Zeta's what ifs, like, Ida does die sometimes. I don't want this man to die, fam. Like, so, yeah, I'm just gonna see he goes with Gran Torino. And then, yeah, history still happens. There's a lot of fire. And then Deku, being the Chad he is... No, he does. So, all the fire that's being caused, he absorbs that into one massive fist. Uses a fire lash. Where's the move? Fire lash. And binds all the Nomu. Throws them up to the air. Then punches them. And then, he realizes that Ida went to intern with Manuel. And Manuel is currently looking for Ida. And Deku also realizes that he wants on the news that Ingenium got attacked, connects the dots, and then finds Ida as Ida's about to get stabbed again. Then he melts Stain's blade. They go back and forth. Deku's not really trying. Deku just starts swing all around the place. And then Roundhouse kicks Stain to the neck, knocking him out, and then bring him to the police. And Deku somewhat agrees with Stain. Like, he somewhat agrees with Stain. In, like, because hero society is full of correct heroes. Like, the number one hero, and, like, is literally, like, the number one hero was literally, like, neglectful. So, like, you can understand where he's coming from. So, yeah, and then he speaks his mind about this. And then, yeah. So then after that, we get the, oh, wait. Because I was just realizing something. Because I was gonna do, because now I'm debating on two things. Or debating on one thing. I'm trying to remember if I did that. Or what the other thing. The first thing I'm debating is, should I do the movies? Because as of this, My Hero Academia, You're Next, the movie, is out. Problem is, I'm not really caught up to My Hero Academia. Like, I'm still on season 5, episode 19 or something. Like, I remember it was like last year like throughout last year's summer, like August 2024, that's when I started, like from July, that's when I started binge watching My Hero Academia. And then problems came up and I kind of stopped watching it. And and I'm not really caught up to it. And I have a lot of other stuff that I'm doing. So like, and I'm still currently there. But I've seen like spoilers and stuff. And I've seen like edits. And then the other thing is I'm debating whether to add the movies. Because other than My Hero You're Next, I've watched all other My Hero movies. So, Two Heroes, Heroes Rising, and Wild Heroes Mission. I've watched, and the next thing is I can't remember if Deku defeated Overhaul, like in part 1 while he was still a vigilante. I'm gonna just say that he didn't. Okay, he didn't do that. Okay, which means we can now move on to the game after that. To the internships arc. No. Yeah, so gonna go into the final exams. Where Deku was paired with paddling. He goes in again, cause like this, like he likes going rogue, bro. Like he likes going rogue. Yeah, so he's pedaling and he goes up against All Might, and you can kind of see where this is going. Absolute destroys this man All Might. Okay, he dog walks all over him. Embarrases, bro. In fact, he decided to embarrass bro so bad. Like he only used 1-4. Okay, he started embarrassing bro with the power he once had. So it's dog walking on this man. Him bro with smash. He uses Black Whip and throws All Might into the air. And then he just makes screen. Like, you know what, I'm trying too hard to. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that he finishes it off with not a smash, because like he doesn't want to use none of All Might's moves. See that he just lands a final knee to the back and sends All Might crashing down. Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna say that okay, next is the Island. So I am gonna add the movies. I've made up my mind now. I am adding the movies. So yeah, so we got the movies. So we got Island. So what happens? So obviously we got, and also Deku's fate is gonna be way better than the one in canon. Wait, no. Cause I could have. Wait, let me do this again. Deku outfit during My Hero Academia of Two Heroes. Yo, bro, what was that, bro? What was that, bro? Like, please explain to me what this is, bro. I didn't know it was this bad. I didn't know it was this bad. Like, I'm gonna say ditch the suit and he goes for black trousers. He ditches the bow tie and then that's it. That's his outfit. Well, I'm also looking. Yeah, so he ditches all that. And then I'm just gonna skip everything that happens before the villains start taking over. Yeah, also Deku, he can handle 1-4 at 45%. Yeah, 45% of 1-4. And a lot of these things is gonna be Deku going. So yeah, everything still happens. They're still rushing up, and yeah. And I'm just gonna skip to like when Melissa finds. Also, he gets the gauntlet thing that allows him to use like 1-4 at 100%. Yeah, and then yeah, I'm just gonna skip to David revealing why he did this. Deku already knowing. And then yeah, and then we're gonna get like the final clash. And I'm just gonna say that Deku tells All Might to stand back, low bro. I have this. And then, yeah, he proceeds to use. I'm just gonna say by this point, throughout the UA Sports Festival 1 up until this, he. Oh, wait, no. So basically, what happens is that at the final clash against Wolfram, is that Deku uses Far Jin. I think this is how the quirk works. Yeah, and he starts like. He crosses his arms and starts like tanking the blues like a child. Like all the metal manipulation that Wolfram has, and with the quirk enhancement, he starts tanking the blues from that. And then he uses Black Whip. Okay. Then he uses Gear Shift to change his speed, making him go faster than. I actually didn't know how fast Deku was able to go. I'm just gonna see that he goes faster than the speed of sound. He breaks the sound barrier. And then he starts doing a roly-poly. Then Flaming engulfs him. And then he uses Flare Blitz paired with a Farjin for a Flare Far Jin Blitz. I don't know, came up with that name on the spot. Yeah, and he does that, and then boom, yeah, Wolfram is defeated, and then yeah, what up? And then we get the then we get the final training camp. First training camp, and yeah, everything is going well. He tries to talk to Kato. But then Kato does his stuff. Although Deku does dodge the nutcracker punch. We'll acknowledge that. Man, that had to hurt. And he's like, he dodges that. Got him. Yeah, and yeah, everything happens in kind of until like the training that they're actually doing though. The training that they're doing is the training that Deku's gonna be doing. Is that he's gonna increase his stamina and work on how much of 1-4 he can use. Like how much of like 1-4 percentage of 1-4 he can use, which leads him to unlocking the other quirks. Because right now, when I talked about the final clash, he used Black Whip 1-4, his fire, Farjin, Gear Shift. Yeah, I think he used it. Yeah, he used that, and then he unlocks all the other quirks. And then the Vanguard Action Squad, and then they come to try and kidnap. Who do they come and kidnap? Who do they want to kidnap in this timeline? No, they're not gonna kidnap. Their main job is to kidnap. Deku, because Orphan's interested in. And then also he fends off against Muscular. So then the way he does it is that he blocks a punch from Muscular, and then hits Muscular with his own fire punch. And then he uses Eruption and like to stop Muscular from adding more muscle fibers. Like he burns them all, and then like leaves Muscular burned and charred in the side of the mountain. Yeah. So yeah, quickly disperses of Muscular, and then yeah, everything else happens in canon except that they don't take anyone. Well, no, they do take someone, but they don't take Deku. I'm just gonna say that they take Tokoyami, and threaten to kill him if they don't see Deku within like the next 24 hours. So then Deku just he rushes off. He goes in alone. And then like the heroes, they also start coming. And then yeah, then we're gonna initiate the communal ward arc. Yeah, so then this is when All For One steps up. Yeah, so then sorry for that. And then after this we get Deku meeting up with All For One. All For One wants to recruit him to join the league so then he can take down All Might. Because clearly he doesn't like All Might. That's a big no-no. He doesn't like All Might. And Deku says, hell no. Like, he might not like All Might, but he's not joining a villain. So then initiate the fight. Okay, and we got every single, like, top 10 pre-heroes pulling up to the scene. Okay, so we got Endeavor, Best Genius, All Might, Marco. Who else? I don't know, that washing machine guy, Gang Orca. Rest of the top 10 basically. And then Deku's in the back, he's kind of supporting, trying to see what they do. And he realizes that it's about to get too far. Like, the top 10 is slowly getting pushed back. And it's just All Might that's there. And then initiate the final attack. Okay, because like then Deku enters his hybrid dragon form. And then he charges up one for all. Okay, and then he charges it up one for all in the final clash. And then he uses he starts going at high speeds, creating a magma storm. Okay, not fire spin, a magma storm. Okay, then he starts spinning and spinning using Spinjitzu. Okay, so it's a total vortex of green electrifying like ice energy. Okay, like a thick ice barrier is covering the final battle, but like it's crystal clear, like you can see through it. So then everyone's seeing the final clash and it's being televised, and everybody's like, "Go Deku, you can do it!" And then like in the final clash, we have Deku. Mind you, Deku, and then when All For One comes down with a final, like, devastating punch, Deku does the same. Okay, he charges up all of his attacks. Okay, so you see an armor cannon, bitter blade, blast burn. So like all the physical ones, like ones that require other parts of his body. Like, he just transfers that into his fist. Okay, and you also have Cinder, his sentient little fireball, there. And he's, like, in the middle. So, like, your third finger, you know which finger I'm talking about? His third finger, that's where he's, like, placed in between the third and fourth finger. That's where Cinder is. And then Deku starts pushing with all his might, and he activates one for all at 100%, and he's able to access it this time. There's no strain on his body, and he accesses it at 100%, and then goes in every single emotion, so jealousy, like everything. Okay, it's all coming up into this. He activates his true potential. Okay, his eyes glow red. red and sparkle with green lightning. With green and yellow lightning. He breathes a cold icy blue. Cold icy blue breath. And he punches with all his might. Okay, mind you, like Cinder sent you a little fireball. Yeah, he becomes a hold on G max fireball. Okay, and then Deku punches with all his might. We also have him forming another dragon, which this one is his elemental one. That's with Cinder, and then smash. Okay, they don't just like defeat off one. They kill, bro. Like they melt, bro, until he is ash. Okay, like they cremate in the sky, bro. Like they're cremating, bro. Yeah. Anyways, then that happens, and yeah. So then that happens, and then the final clash. Then because All Might's been fighting so long, last numbers of 1 for Organ, and it's fully transferred to Deku, and then yeah. Yes. So then after that we have I could have sworn that we did the provisional licensing exam was after that, but Deku doesn't go to it, so then I really don't cover it. I'm not really gonna cover it. And so then after that, let's see. After that we get I think after that was the 2 heroes and Heroes Rising. But I'm gonna say the 2 heroes stuff still not 2 heroes. We have Heroes Rising. Yes, Heroes Rising and World Heroes. But I'm gonna say that there's Heroes Rising. Okay, let's do Heroes Rising. And then actually no, scratch that, we're not doing any of the other movies. Okay, I was just doing Island. Okay, so then don't need the provisional licensing exam. Then we get into the overhaul arc. Yeah, we do the overhaul arc, and then we do. You see what happens is like he internships with Sen Night Eye. He doesn't think Deku is a worthy successor. Wait, no, never mind. He does. Because I'm just trying to say that, along with all the other people who knew Deku, that were like the aunties and uncles, basically. Like, he was one of them, and he thinks Deku is a worthy successor. Oh, and I'm telling you, when he finds out about what Overhaul's been doing to Eri, this man crashes out, bro. Okay. Like, there's nothing Mirio can do to stop him from acting right now, right there. Like, I must say this right now, because I don't know if I mentioned this, but Deku's like an info counter, okay? Yeah, like, he's an info broker, okay? If Mirio wants evidence, he's gonna get that evidence, okay? Like, he fully crashes out. Okay, like, think that one Derby art scene from, like, the manga. Yeah, Deku starts looking like that. Instead, he's not burning his body up, dude. Like, he can handle the heat and temperature. Like, he starts crashing out, bro. He transforms into his dragon form. Like, yeah, this man is fully on crashing out, bro. He's crashing out. Like, he's not happy, bro. He charges up 1 for all. Like, just like he tries to do all of that stuff, bro. Like, his entire squad poured over. The entire pro hero squad, the raids, the strike team, poured over. Okay, and it's a full-on brawl out in the streets, bro. Because of Deku. Because, like, he wanted that fade on site with Overhaul, like, right there. After he heard what happened to Eri. Yeah, so then he starts running the fade with Overhaul. And then, like, we got Eri on his back. Okay. And then, obviously, he's in his hero suit. So then he charges up his cannon. Okay, he charges up his cannon. And then, yeah, he starts charging up his cannon. And then, because you know how, like, I think this was true to the story, that when Overhaul was experimenting and he would cut Eri, he would like reform Eri. Here, you see this? That's what basically Deku is gonna do. But just before he completely burns Overhaul to ash, he tells Eri to charge up her quirk in his arm, and then he shoots out rewinding energy to rewind Overhaul before he got burnt into ash. And he continues doing this. And then he asks Overhaul, how does that feel? And like Overhaul is like he's in pain, bro. Like this man is like, stop, please. Like he's begging for his life. Like he's not having none of that. Okay? He says, huh? What about when Eri beg for her life, huh? Okay, sorry, I'm not really good with like the voice impressions and stuff. But like, yeah, he says that. And then finally he charges up the meanest punch. Okay? Like decks Overhaul. Man's looking scarier than the actual villain himself. Decks this man, bro. Okay, in fact, I'm not gonna say that he uses Gear Shift Overdrive paired with every single fire type, paired with a Raging Fury. Okay, and then boom. Yeah, well, that happens. And then I can see an arc where like they go to look for the remaining leagues of villains, intricate base, and then yeah, and then Deku was about to kill Shigaraki. But then Deku was about to kill Shigaraki. But then he felt a tug, like Nana Shimura was like talking to him through the vestige world and saying, no wait, I can feel like a special connection to him. Yeah? And then realizes that that's her grandson. Like that's our grandson. Which means Shigaraki's like his cousin. And Deku's like, hold up, pause, wait a minute. Like, oh snap, I was about to kill my cousin. Damn. Let me rethink that. Yeah, so then he rethinks that, and then yeah, he doesn't kill his cousin. And I'm gonna say that. Wait, I'm gonna say that. Snap, bro. Wait, no. Snap. Wait, yeah, no. I'm just gonna see that a random memory person thingy. No. Memory person thingy. That's like a memory quirk. Peers into Shigaraki's mind and it's horrified, bro. Because they see like his childhood, bro. And like what happened. And then they say because like they're letting on everything they know. So they know they like, and then they say that this man, he speaks and talks and looks like Awful One. Then they assume that it's Awful One who gave Shigaraki a decay quirk. So then Shigaraki, obviously, like, because like this is technically not his fault. Okay. Like, and also like I think I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think like when traumatic events happen, the brain tends to like block that out. I think that's what happened here, which is why Shigaraki remembers none of that. Okay, so then he's gonna get let off. So he gets... Because I don't think Shigaraki's ever killed anyone up until this point. Okay? Because yes, I know about the the war, like the final war. But up until before then, I don't think Shigaraki has killed anyone. Like, because the only bodies he caught before then was his family. And that was an accident. Okay? Like, the only, like, actual body I think he purposefully caught was his father, Kotaro. Yeah, because remember, like, this man, because I've, like, seen some clips, bro. Like, this man, like, full on swung a bat, like, a metal pole at him. Like, his father would beat him, bro. Like, me personally. It seems a bit rude. But if Kotaro was my father, bro, like, you best believe I'm using that decay quirk on him, bro. You best believe. If he was my father, Kotaro, you best believe I'm using that quirk on him. Anyway, so then he gets... Oh, after what happened to Eri. Yeah, Eri... I'm gonna say that he gets put on probation. Like, probation, and has to wear quite canceling cloths. and then he's also in rehabilitation to become a hero. It's like, think about it, decay is like really useful, isn't it? Like, decay is really useful, isn't it? Yeah, like, you can decay the falling debris. Or think about if someone had like a geokinesis quirk, or were like telekinetically throwing rocks at you, you could decay that. Like, think how useful that would be. So yeah. And then, I don't really have anything else. I mean, all of the other villains, like, I'm not sure about them. Like, the only other villain's backstory that I know, other than Darby and Shigaraki, is Toga. Like, that's the only other person I know. But Toga has caught a body before. But she's still a minor. I'm just gonna say she gets sent to a juvenile detention center. Yeah, basically that's what's up. And then, yeah, I think this is the end. Okay? So thank you guys for listening. And yeah, this is the end to part 2 of 2 of What If Deku Was the Elemental Master of Fire. So yeah, thank you and bye.